Welcome to ITTV.
This doesn't. Climatologists are now hailing Kurt Cobain as an environmental hero based on reports from the Monitors of Climate Change, aka MOC, who have been studying the effects of popular culture and its effects on our environment. The report cites falls in ozone levels related directly to the decline of hair bands in the early 1990s, after the rise of alternative rock, headed primarily by the so-called grunge band Nirvana, made them obsolete with one swipe of the guitar. It's reported that after these hair bands and their groupies fell out of style, aerosol spray usage decreased by such a degree that by 1998 the ozone layer had all but repaired itself. His award will be accepted by Dave Grohl and Courtney Love, who have put aside their differences to honor such a great achievement in rock music and environmentalism. Pat Smear could not be reached for comment.
Introducing the new cool fun garbage restrictions. It's clear bags. Ever want your neighbors to have a clear view of your waste receptacle? Well, congratulations, Port Hawkesbury. Now you too can enjoy the extreme invasion of privacy that you didn't ask for. Tampons, condoms, snot rags, and all the other totally non-embarrassing things that you throw out, all on display for the whole town to enjoy. And that's not all. Now say hello to green bins. Separate your trash even more before it gets all dumped into the same hole. Definitely won't attract bears. Port Hawkesbury. Big city restrictions without the amenities.
Can you put on something better than that? I'm sick of watching this.
Click. What's up, my brothers? What's up, Thug? Looks like y'all don't even have any knitted coverings for your gun. Ha, that shit looks plain as hell. Y'all got to head on down, check out Maureen at Maureen's Handmade Goods. She'll cover up that shit right. She'll hook you up with the finest crochet gun covering you ever saw. Make that shit look hard, tight. She just don't handle guns. She can knit and crochet anything. Scarves, hats, sweaters, socks. She even be hooking up your baby mama with stuffed kids' toys, blankets, and baby things. Someone in your crew got an extensive glass collection? Well, she knits beautiful pouches made with the softest merino that will not scratch, sucker. You can bet on that shit. You dealing with Maureen, you dealing with a real one. She's an esteemed test knitter for exclusive designers. She ain't just some amateur. She was a finalist in Sock Madness. What, you never heard of Sock Madness? The time speed sock knitting competition? She almost took that shit down. Maureen also be on that culturally diverse shit. Need a yarmulke? Need a prayer mat? Maureen's got you covered. So come on down, check out Maureen's Handmade Goods. Otherwise, me and some of my associates may have to come pay you a visit.
Do something for you. Do you not want to be a fashion? The latest fashion. European fashion. Could this be any more of the fashion? Come to me and I will spray the fashions all over you. Fraulein, you have a little fashion running down your leg. Herr und Fraulein, do you want to be sexy?
Do you like fun?
Yes, I do.
Do you enjoy CBC Radio?
What?
Well then get ready for the new PC Mind Game, Thought Crimes Against Humanity. The rules are simple. Every time an on-air personality or guest mentions topics related to social justice,
Take a drink.
race,
Take a drink.
gender,
Take a drink.
privilege,
Take a drink.
oppression,
Take a drink. If you're still standing after listening to a full episode of any of CBC's Fair and Balanced programs, you're the winner.
So enjoy Thought Crimes Against Humanity.
Just don't draw the bigot card, or you'll be labeled a Nazi.
Welcome to the Irrational Time Studio. That's right. Designed by a boomer. This is where the whimsy is made. Featuring a 1980s triple keyboard, Star Trek bucket chairs. Wow! Is that a lava lamp? That's cool and fun. With novelty-sized studio lighting. Totally unnecessary. And walls that only a stalker would envy. Thank you, and we hope that you will enjoy yourself.
Hello, friends. Welcome to our YouTube channel, accidentally named Irrational Times. He's got a microphone and his very own YouTube show. He's the Daily Boogie. He's the Daily Boogie.
Those were the days.
Hey, 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 it's Bobby J. So if you want some entertainment on a Thursday night, check out the Cousin Joe Show, cause they're doing it right. Are you ready for this? For the losers who always get pissed. Don't fuck around or you're gonna get pressed by Johnny Boston. Only go one way on the muddy plane. We're only going one way when you're riding on the muddy plane.
The way she's acting, and I'm kinda scared. She's gonna shave your head, then marry your hair.
They had a lot of money and plane tickets to get away. But Officer Scott DiCarlo stopped them. They were detained.
Sammy and Baked went out on a date, just like couples usually do.
I'm sniffing panties in the middle of the night. I keep my voice down low, cause I know it isn't right.
Wow. It appears we really are living in irrational times.
Super cool fun trip.
How's she going, boys?
To the Irrational Times live show. And now, it's your host and the lovely assistant.
Hello, everybody. Sorry there, Dixie, you got it wrong, though. I mean, the lovely assistant's not here tonight. It's her night off. It's her night in the big city. Yes, she's in the big, yes, solo IT. Last night, as well, she was away. But the last night was an impromptu show. We did about the Juno Awards, our Canadian Grammys. Not our grandmothers, not our Canadian grandmothers. That would be the music award show known as the Grammys. But up here in Canada, we call them the Junos because, you know, that's the way she goes. I know, it's not the lovely assistant. What did I do to her? I know she's not in the chat. Suspicious, isn't it? Suspicious spam. So, welcome. Yes, tonight, music. Now I'm identifying as a woman. Yeah, exactly. Well, the Bare Naked Ladies, look, we're just going to jump right into music talk. I love the little bit of controversy that was that was going on in the chat with the Bare Naked Ladies, because I have some strong opinions about the Bare Naked Ladies. We'll get to in a second, but yes, thanks so much, Kitty, and nice to see everyone there in the chat, Roots and the whole crew, CK and everyone. And yes, indeed, sir, everybody is getting pressed by Johnny Boston, most likely in heaven. Wouldn't that be nice to imagine? Anyways, I definitely missed the Mr. Boston. So let's see here, the Bare Naked Ladies. Yeah, actually, shout out to the Monday night a shit post over there in D Live. I was just over there chatting with those guys for a second, not on air or anything, just in the chat. But yeah, seemed like a nice couple. So yeah, anyway, shout out to those guys. I saw them. I was on the Sunday Night Shit Show last night as well with Frozen and the gang for a little bit, and they were in the chat and saying hi, and Frozen. So I was going over there. I was already following them. I used to check them out once in a while. Not used to, just recently. Anyways, guys, so hopefully we'll get to know those guys a little better. Who knows? That's all kind of part of the fun about this. We've been kind of expanding a little bit, much like when we met Rye Wynn, the young gentleman with the Rebel squad, with the Rebel Fest the other day, which definitely inspired me, in different ways, which we'll talk about later on. Hello, Winning TV. He does like his ladies bare and naked. Yeah, when the Bare Naked Ladies first came on the scene in Canada, they were controversial just because of their name. It was basically, like free beer. Basically, everyone would show up to the place expecting bare. Well, no one actually thought there was Bare Naked Ladies there, but it was kind of the joke in the newspapers anyway. So, yeah, the Bare Naked Ladies, very beloved band, I would say, up there with the Tragically Hip, as we discovered last night. The Tragically, well, I never know how much, you people, you guys, you fellas, you folks down in America know about the Canadian music scene. I know you don't know much, not, why would you? It's not like I'm, trying to be mean or anything, but I know that the Bare Naked Ladies did have some kind of success down there in the United States of America, and see, Bo Clark says, "What the fuck is a Tragically Hip?" Exactly, the Tragically Hip are the biggest band in Canada. Were the biggest band until their lead singer passed away, and they're still like very, very, very much well loved around this country. And they were on the Junos last night playing with Feist, I believe. I think that was who it was. So, but I know the Bare Naked Ladies were well known in America, I'm pretty sure. Okay, well, so Dan Snott's heard of the Tragically Hip, it sounds like, so that's something. But yeah, I never know, because there's not too many bands that, the music that breaks in down there is pretty limited, that actually stays somewhat Canadian. Of course, everyone knows Drake and Justin Bieber, but those guys are so. Oh, thanks for hosting their Monday Night Shitpost. Appreciate that. Justin Bieber and Drake and those guys are so rare that it's a little different with that. But when I think of Canadian bands that would have maybe stayed kind of Canadian, like Nickelback a little bit, people in America most certainly know Nickelback, I dare say, and. Yeah, and the Bare Naked Ladies. Now they were going along great. They had lots of hits. Okay, so Sum 41 is well known, are they in America? And that's the thing. I don't know. It's hard to tell sometimes. To be honest, I don't follow popular music all that much. The most recent years. I'm sure you understand why. Oh, listen here, we got Our Lady Peace. Yes, Our Lady Peace is Canadian, Devil's Burn, and they were, they were a cool band back in the 90s. Dead Jet, I didn't know that Nickelback is from Canada. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. I would have liked to have left, left you guys to think that they were American. Let's see here. And who was getting pelted? Oh, the Nickelback singer? Yeah. I recall that. I think that you're talking about the Nickelback guy. But Bare Naked Ladies, we'll just finish off the story here. They were going strong with their hits and such. And then Stephen Page, the lead singer, got caught with some blow, I guess. I don't know the full details, but anyways, and then the band kind of basically kicked him out, and they moved on without him. I thought that was kind of lame, personally. They were looking out for their image, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Marlene loved Our Lady Peace, Naveed and Starseed, I believe, and all that. And let's see here. Oh, sorry, what's Avril Lavigne? Doomer says, chopped liver. Okay, well, Avril Lavigne, yeah, she made it down there. That's right, fair enough. And I guess Celine Dion, yeah, sorry, I'm just, anyways. Let's see here. Maureen saw Sum 41 in concert, and, but Our Lady Peace, oh, hey, Pikers. Pikers, if you want to come on Discord, I'll open up Discord. If you want to come on, since we are talking about music, and I will have to play your song, of course. This is ridiculous. Oh, Neil Young, thank you, Chuck Boris. There you go. And if anyone wants to come on and talk about music, I will open up the Discord right now. But I've said this before. But my first rock concert was Our Lady Peace. No, so Our Lady Peace. I'm looking at I see it in the chat, and I said, it was a band called 13 Engines. Was my first, let's see here, rock concert. I snuck into, whatchamacallit, I snuck in to a concert that was at a college when I was 14 or so. And I was always very proud of that because I snuck in under, the dividers. The dividers, that they had, when they were checking the IDs and everything. I don't recall it being that dark but I just slid under there. We had a bunch of friends, and I was the first one to go under, and then everyone else followed. It was awesome. Let's see here. So there you go. 13 engines or engines. Oh, Nick, it was 13 engines. Levon Helm. Oh, yeah, the band. Yeah, well, the band is... Well, if we're going back, I don't know how far we want to go back, because, yeah, sure, we can definitely name some bands that broke through back in the day, for sure. And that is more... I was kind of sticking to the 90s and such, because you can get into Rush and all of that, but in the 70s and on the Junos, a lot of those people were featured. I shouldn't say a lot, but some of them were featured, and some of them are looking rough. Paul's noticing that I could slide under the divider, so I guess I was... I guess I must have been. That's right, must have been quite tiny. Oh, Joni Mitchell, yes, there we go. But anyways, the Bare Naked Ladies kicked out their singer, Stephen Page, because he got busted with coke, I believe, and that's a shame. You know what I mean? Yeah, pop on, Pikers. I just opened up Discord there, and I'm just on there now. Oh my goodness, Doomer says Bryan Adams. That's right. Oh, Dead Jedi, April Wine. They're East Coast. They're down this way too. Now I presented I presented you guys Sloan one evening, and no one took to Sloan. You guys didn't like Sloan. Bob says Bare Naked Ladies are still around. Wow, they are. They're Stephen Page does his own shows, and the Bare Naked Ladies do their own thing as well. Now I actually saw Stephen Page live. My friend opened up for him here a couple years ago, and he in a small town, and so he was playing here, and whatever, he was all right. I not like that I love the Bare Naked Ladies, but I never hated them. They were always just a good pop music, as far as, especially when you're looking back in retrospect compared to what's going on now. But what are you gonna do? Let's see here. Cool. Did you guys ever hear of Blue Rodeo? Now that was a great Canadian band that were a great Canadian band that I don't know if they broke into the United States. Yeah, they kicked him out for doing some coke, apparently. Kind of the North. That's that's the story. Anyways, obviously I wasn't there. I wasn't exactly there. Well, they got busted for doing all of the drugs. Right on. Oh, hey there, the one. Right on. Let me think here. Well, in the meantime, let's see here. Oh, Blue Rodeo was good. See, now I don't know. I guess so. I guess people. I don't know if Doomer, if you're in America or Canada. See, I'm not 100% of everyone. Oh, Crash Test Dummies getting no love. I guess the lead singer from Crash Test Dummies, he would come around and play, local shows, in smaller areas. He came to around here back in the 90s, and he got really drunk and started getting into like fights with the locals, with the local yokels. I kind of always thought that was funny. That's what the rumor was, anyway. So yeah, last night though, the Junos. Oh my God. Completely out of touch. I have no clue what's going on. Never heard of most of it. Snow is pretty sick. Oh, we got someone up here. That's Pikerus. Oh, do you know what? 1 second here. Give me a second. I have to get your song up before I.
You cue my theme song.
I will, but I should have. I don't know. I should have been doing that earlier. I don't know where my manners are. 1 sec here. Oh. Yes, don't say a word. Don't say a word until. There we go.
Some people talk about the weather, others talk about the news. When it's something that you love, what you gonna do? He'll be coming on your show, he's got that one-track mind. Whatever you're talking about, step aside.
Hi, Chris likes to talk about music. Hi, Chris likes to talk about his favorite tunes.
He loves the rock and roll, he loves everything about it.
Hi, Chris likes to talk about music. Chris likes to talk about his favorite tunes.
He loves the singing, and how the singer shouts about it, and how the guitar slaps you in the face, the pounding of the chest from the thumping bass. He knows his stuff, don't you ever doubt it. Just turn your microphone on so we can hear about it.
Hi, Chris likes to talk about music.
Hey, Pikerus, welcome to the show. How you like that for an intro?
That's what it's for.
Exactly, that's what it's for. Nice. Have you been, sir?
Talk. Just cue this because I'm gonna pop in.
Yeah, exactly. Someone asked what that riff was from. I wrote that song for Pikerus. He wanted a song. I gave him a song. I believe that's how it went.
Yep, that's how it went.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Somebody in the chat just mentioned the band Captain Beyond.
Do we know them? I don't know them.
Captain Beyond was formed after the last lineup of Iron Butterfly ended. After Iron Butterfly ended, two of the members of Iron Butterfly, the bass player Lee Dorman, the guitar player Larry Reinhart, Rod Evans, the original lead singer of Deep Purple, and Bobby Caldwell, who was Johnny Winter's drummer.
Yeah, we got it up here. I got the video playing in the background. Not the audio yet, but just the video playing. I'll pump it up. They're just yakking away. Yeah, they definitely look like they're rock and roll guys. That's for sure. Had the organs and.
Oh yeah, Dancing Madly Backwards. That song is dope.
Nice. Yeah, I can't say that I've ever heard of these guys. Paul says underrated band. Here, let's see here. We'll play. Like we can play like
3 albums. CK, 3 albums.
Oh, there's a beat. There's a sample drum beat. Nice. Oh, I like that. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm gonna take it down. I'm not going to, you know. That was the thing last night. I was watching our Canadian award show, music award show last night, Bikers, and I was trying not to get copy strikes, you know. I was trying not to get blocked.
Yeah, that Captain Beyond, man, they were killer. They were killed. They put out 3 albums. I actually have them all. I'm actually looking through my music library right now.
I imagine you have like a fancy, like nice big library, like literally a library, but just filled with like records and tapes and stuff. And you go through, you have like the ladder that you can climb up, and it's all alphabetized, like the Dewey Decimal Music System.
That's my vinyl, actually.
Instead of the Dewey Decimal, it's the Jimi Hendrix system of sorting.
Yeah, that's my vinyl collection. But no, Captain Beyond put out 3 albums between 1972 and 1977.
Now, were any of the members Canadian?
No.
Oh, sorry, never mind. They're canceled.
One was British, though.
Oh, British, you say? Okay.
The lead singer, right? But yeah, they put out Captain Beyond. Their second album was called Sufficiently Breathless, and their third album is called Dawn Explosion.
Nice. Oh, the Monday Night Chipboast is this autistic about his early 2000s post-hardcore. Well, yeah, I kind of dropped out of the that sound by that point, because I was in that band Soup back in like the late 90s, and at that point we were just so loud and hard driven. When I was right around when that band broke up, the next thing I did was buy a stand-up bass and start playing acoustic music. So I missed all of that kind of early 2000s kind of stuff. As far as rock goes, you know, I kind of get stuck in the past a little bit when it comes to rock music. But yeah, I find the 70s for me is the best rock music, though. It's like, I don't know, even though I do the nostalgia is the 90s for me, you know, like with the grunge scene or whatnot, but the 70s.
I would agree there, Irrational. From like, I'd say the best era for rock was probably, like at its core, was probably 1966, 67 to about 1978.
Didn't Homer Simpson say that they perfected rock in 1974? I love that line. Like, it's all, you know, it's all opinion, obviously, right? But we just like to shoot the shit, you know, and kind of say what we like, our favorite, like a few of our favorite things, like the song says, "Hey, fat cake boy, good evening."
Yeah, and then, you know, like, then you have like the whole punk movement thing that kind of put a bunch of, you know, prog rock bands out to pasture.
Yeah, I was always kind of into the punk sound, like Sonic Youth, even like that. Well, that was more of like a crossover thing with like a unique kind of thing. But I was kind of like punk in general, like, I don't know, that kind of energy was always kind of, I don't know. And it's funny because I never really got into, you know, too many bands like Pennywise. I like Pennywise and Total Chaos and different bands like that, but, you know, and G.G. Allen kind of, but that was later on. I didn't hear about him until, you know, well after his death.
CK. I was really fortunate living in Santa Cruz in the 70s. So many San Francisco bands, and it went on into the new wave punk in the 80s. It's true. A lot of that psychedelic rock of the late 60s is either from, a lot of it's from San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
So, you know, like, you know, Grateful Dead, Jefferson Airplane, stuff like that.
This pleases us. Thank you, Dan.
Oh, thank you, Dick Penison, for subscribing. Classy. Got a guy named Dick Penison.
Dick Penison.
Well, we'll say Penison. Dick Penison. That's how we say it around here. Dick Penison.
Dick Penison.
So recently, Picris, I was involved, or I kind of, you know, met a guy online named Rye Wynn. And he put on Rebel Fest, his online music festival. And It gave me some ideas. I hate to just rip off a guy's idea, but I feel like in this little part of the world, this little online kind of community we have here, whatever you want to call it, there's probably, if I asked around enough, there's probably a lot of musicians, and I was thinking maybe I could do the same kind of thing. Maybe like collect, certain people that people know it from the chat or whatever, their music, and kind of feature it in a little, some kind of festival, if you will. I don't know what to call it yet, but something, What do you think about that, Bikers? How's that for an idea?
That sounds cool. That sounds fun.
David asks if I've seen the G.G. Allen documentary. I'm pretty sure recently, I went through a phase very recently, like just a few weeks ago, of watching as much as I could and recording most of all the G.G. Allen stuff from the internet, because I feel like it won't be around much longer. So I've watched a lot of documentaries, and just his the raw footage of him and his last day, just before he went and got the drugs he did that killed him. It's crazy. And like Doomer says, it's all druggy music we're talking about. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Druggy music.
Drug me. Hey, everybody, let's drop a fuck ton of acid. Listen to somebody wailing on a guitar that sounds like a buzzsaw.
Well, what music isn't druggy music in a way? I guess that's not
True.
even. You could say like certain
straight hardcore punk, maybe.
Well, country music, country music or opera music, but guaranteed there's all kind of like crutches and all these. These people are all kind of neurotic weirdos in some way, form or another, and have some kind of possible addiction. I can't, say that for sure, but. Oh, look, Doomer can play the jug, the spoons, and the beatbox. Let's go.
Listen to some Vanilla Fudge.
No, Hobo Chili's right. The Kingston Trio is not druggy music.
Yeah. Listen to Vanilla Was it Shyok? Said, listen to some Vanilla Fudge. Yeah, all right. I dig Vanilla Fudge. Carmine Apiece. Great drummer.
Yeah. Yeah, like Dead Jedi says, there's a lot of drug addicts in country music. Fair enough, And that's the thing. It's just because the sound is so, even like mainstream, it's just so mainstream and just so clean cut. Even the images, right? You know what the underbelly is. The underbelly is all about the drugs as I light up a joint.
Well, modern country music isn't even friggin' country music. It's pop music with a twang.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, the production's identical to... like Shania Twain, a lot of the, pop, that's a bad example because that's old pop country, but a lot of the production is very similar on pop music and country music. You can't really tell the difference in the drum sounds anymore or whatnot. Hobo Chili says he heard Lawrence Welk was a big dope head. I love Lawrence Welk.
Hello, I'm Lawrence Welk. Welcome to the Lawrence Welk Show.
Oh my God.
No sugar tonight in my coffee.
Uh-oh.
No sugar tonight
in my tea.
Chuck, welcome. Good day, sir. Chuck, do you know what that song's about? Or how it was inspired?
I don't.
You're lucky, because, good Lord, Randy Newman goes on the CBC and he talks about all the music he's written at such exhausting length that I know exactly the story, that there was a couple pulled over on the side of the road, their car broke down, and they pulled up beside them in their band van, and it was an old married couple, and the guy was like, fucked up the car, and she was like, "Oh, you're not getting any sugar tonight. No sugar for you tonight, Harold," or some old man name, and that's what the song was written about. And Randy Bachman, my apologies. Randy Bachman is the most.
I was gonna say I don't remember Randy Newman being in the Guess Who.
That was Randy Bachman I was talking about. My bad.
Irrational. You're from Canada and you can't remember the members of the Guess Who.
I'm deported tomorrow. It's like if I didn't know that Alex Lyson, Geddy Lee, and Neil Peart were Rush. I have to know that. I even know the guitar player.
The funny thing about the Guess Who is Randy Bachman's son Tal had that song in the 90s, She's So High.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Randy Bachman's son.
Paul says Bachman Turner overweight.
Bachman Turner overweight. Taking care of business, working overtime, work out. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's them.
I don't know. I don't know. The Guess Who were, good band.
Yeah, but he ruined it. Randy Bachman ruined it by talking too much about it.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
He had some kind of weird beef with Burton Cummings, the lead singer.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What were you gonna say, Chuck?
You ain't seen nothing yet.
That's right.
No,
Baby.
nothing yet.
Baby.
Oh,
You know
now
what's
that
funny?
one, I do know the story behind that one.
Oh,
I do-
really?
I do,
Go
I do
on.
too.
What is that one?
Yeah. His brother actually had a stutter, and one time he said, "You ain't seen nothing yet," and he was like, "That would be a good," he started writing the song, and he was like, "I don't know if I should do it because it's kind of making fun of my brother," but they decided it was worth doing.
Yikes.
Even though it was based upon his brother having a stutter.
Amazing. I didn't know that.
It turned out to be a pretty decent sized hit.
Yeah, that it is. There we go. Mr. Chuck Boris in the dark. I got you on the screen in the dark. It's terrifying. You're like a jump scare. You're a jump scare. Nice. Oh, 1 second here. I wonder if I got some. We can hear that. Anyways. Nice. So you recording any music? Doing any music lately there, Chuck?
Yes, actually, I've been recording. I guess this is exclusive, and this is the first time I'm making it public. I've actually started recording I'm almost done with it. A parody about Owen Benjamin, even though I swore off material about Owen Benjamin, I couldn't help it, and I made another one about Owen Benjamin, and it'll probably be the last one for a long, long, long time. And after this is done, I'm going to start recording some original stuff I've been sitting on.
Non-Owen material?
Yeah,
you say that, but you've said that before. We'll see. I'm just joking.
Well, this is the first Owen parody I think that I've made in probably like 2 years. So I think enough time has passed where I can allow myself one.
See all the articles of him being kind of talked about. He'll be the next Ruby Ridge, apparently, because he bought land very close to Ruby Ridge, apparently.
That's exactly what the new song is about.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, yikes. Okay, well, didn't mean to pop the bottle on that one, but
it's okay. Since you've given this much away, I will say this. I won't tell you what song, but I will tell you it's a parody of a well-known Beatles song.
Oh, well, there's a lot of those, so there we go. We can't narrow it down too much. David says he wonders if Owen's thing has been an intentional act. Well, look, there is that. It's good to keep in the back of our minds that possibly some of these people are acting in bad faith, and especially ones that get featured in very high up their news stories, like in the I forget where that story was featured, but it was like a reputable, unquote reputable publication. But anyways, yeah. Oh my God, the farting.
Hobo chili recipe. We built this city on bears and gold.
That's very good.
That's funny. That's very funny. We built this city on bears and gold.
Well, Roots has a good point. He says, "My Dingling is one of the best songs ever written." That would be by Mr. Chuck Berry, one of the creators of rock and roll.
Well, what's funny about Chuck Berry is he took the guitar from mostly a rhythm instrument and made it like a flashy kind of lead instrument. So he was the pioneer of that.
See, I would have credited, like, say, Les Paul to that kind of thing.
Well, Les Paul did it too, but Les Paul did it in like the 40s and stuff. But Chuck Berry, popularized it in the 50s and stuff.
Yeah, yeah. He basically created rock and roll, I guess. Between him and Little Richard, they would have probably an argument to who created rock and roll. I guess.
Between him, I think it's between him, Little Richard, and Bill Haley.
Sure. I would like to see
Bill
that
Haley,
fight.
Bill Haley in his comments.
We need like a wrestling match, some kind of like a fake wrestling match where the three of those guys it's a Royal Rumble 3-way between Bill Haley, Chuck Berry, and Little Richard. Boom. Let's see who is the true creator of rock and roll.
Well, but the funny thing is, you listen to Rock Around the Clock by Bill Haley in his comments, and it's a rock rhythm, but if you listen to the playing, it's all jazz playing.
Sure, the chording on the guitars is definitely a lot of jazzy stuff going on there. Avant-Garde is very good to point out that Chuck Berry is the king of the toilet cams.
Toilet cameras.
Yes, definitely. I love that. His restaurant. God damn.
He put the cameras in the bathroom in his restaurant.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Anyways. Jerry Lee Lewis.
There was no internet then, so what the fuck was he doing with it?
It's personal videos. What do you think he was doing with it, Pikers? We don't need to teach you about the the solo birds and bees. Or maybe he was sharing it with some lady friends, or some. Maybe he had a little viewing booths in his back of his restaurant. Chuck Berry's private viewing booths. His viewing boots.
By the way, Irrational, I am going to contract you, if you're willing, to do some more Hammond organ work on the original one I'm going to be working on.
I would love to. I have been recently.
I would love it if you are willing to do it.
Since we're talking music, I'm trying to mic up my organ differently. I'm trying to pull it out of the corner and mic up the back of it as well, where the actual rotating speaker is, so I get more of the effect of the rotation. Because usually I just put it in the front because it's easy and it's in the corner. But it's not that much more work, literally, just to like pull out the organ. Because I mic up things with most things.
That's what she said.
Yeah, but I mic most instruments.
I absolutely love what you did on my Eye in the Sky cover. I mean, like I said, I already had the song pretty much recorded by the time you got back to me. And I was thinking, well, I kind of like it the way that it is. Like, I wanted you from the start, but you got back to me kind of late. And I was like, well, I already kind of finished it, and I kind of like it the way that it is. But then after hearing it and mixing it in, it was like, nope, I absolutely love what you did. It's exactly what I wanted.
Well, you let me know that you might not use it, and I understand how it is. It's nice to have the option, but you don't want to commit and say, like whatever, and just say, I'm going to use it for sure. It's always good to.
Well, the only reason I said that I might not use it is because I had sent you the message well before I started recording it, basically. But by the time you got back to me, I had already finished recording everything else. So I was like, I'm not sure. So I didn't want to commit because I didn't want to like hurt your feelings if I ended up not using it.
I would have cried.
I absolutely loved what you did. And that's also why I wanted to pay you, because it's like, whether I used it or not, I at least want you to have made something off of it, because as a musician, I understand that your time is valuable and your skills are valuable.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. And yeah, I know what you mean, though. I mean, because I've spent my whole life playing music, and you have to. I've been gaining a lot more confidence lately, hanging out with this older gentleman who is my music boss, I call him. I've featured him on here once before, and he's a great guitar player, but he kind of just leads by example, just by showing me that we are worth what we have to ask for sometimes, and blah blah blah. And I'm a horrible businessman myself, so it's So if you want to donate to the show, it's streamlabs.com/irrational times. I'm just joking. I don't know. I thought that was a good time
You
for a
better
show.
you better donate. Donate to Irrational Times or I'm coming.
Give this man some money.
Not I don't want to unleash Chuck on them. Oh my God, that's too much, guys. So you get, well, I mean, it's your decision now. If you don't donate, Chuck's after you. So it's your.
Hi, I'm a
The
rational,
only-
I'm a rational accountant, Mr. Shmuley Goldfarb.
Uh-oh.
Send this man money.
I like that.
The only semi-professional band I've ever been in has completely scrubbed my existence from their records. So
It works. One sec. We'll get to that, Chuck. That's interesting.
Shouting AT Clouds donated $5. Thanks a lot. You rock. Pull out your organ. Let's see it.
I realized how I worded that earlier was very poorly, but pulling my organ out. So Chuck, why did your band disavow you? Thank you so much, Kev. Thanks for shedding a clouds. Appreciate that, man. Why did your band disavow you?
Okay, so the original guitarist for the band had left because of basically creative differences.
Mm-hmm.
And after auditioning several people, they went with me and I played with them for like 2 years. And before I had joined, they had opened up for like Bruce Springsteen and like Rick Springfield and a few other, well-known bands. Never
Wow.
anything to that level when I had joined them. However, not to get too personal or too in detail, but basically I had a show at my house that was basically the last show that the original lineup had done without me. Basically, the drummer died on my porch that night.
Oh wow!
And after that, they wanted to do like a tribute show to him, but they wanted to get the original guitarist back to play the guitar parts for this tribute show. So I was like, well, I don't want to, since, Dan is the original guitarist, I don't want to step on his toes, because if he wants to play, he deserves it. Why don't I fill in on drums, because I'm perfectly capable of playing all the drum parts. They refused, and I was kind of like, well, I kind of don't want to do it if I'm not allowed to play the drums. And I kind of had walked out on a couple other shows they had planned. I was just like, without Brian, I just kind of don't want to do it.
So who were they going to get to play the drums, though?
They got nobody to play the drums.
Were they going to have anyone to, or if the show would have went on, do you think they would have gotten someone to play the drums? Because the drummer that passed away.
They did the show. They did the show. They did it without drums.
Okay, yeah.
So it was kind of like I just didn't kind of want to do it because he was kind of my buddy in the band. The singer/bassist was married to the keyboard player, Alicia, and they were a vegan couple. So, it was kind of like I was never ever going to win in an argument between those two.
You can never beat a vegan. No, you can't beat a vegan.
Yeah.
No.
So basically it was, that's basically what it was, is just that, I was never going to win in an argument, and without the only other fan or friend I had in the band, now deceased, it was just kind of be like, I was going to be a slave to these people because, I'd kind of wanted to do a couple of my songs, and they were like, no, that's too hard. That's too, but I mean, this is before the drummer died. That's too hard. That's too complex. I don't want to, the keyboardist said that she didn't want to dedicate the time it would take to learn how to play the keys to that. And it was just like, to be in this band, I had to learn 3 hours worth of your material, plus an additional 3 hours of covers that you want to do. You're telling me you can't do 1 or 2 songs that I want to do? So that was kind of the situation that I was just never ever going to win.
And that's not going to change.
Yeah, and they were extremely on the left, and obviously I'm pretty hard right, so there was kind of those issues. And the guy what's funny is the guy that they have playing guitar for them now is the guy that they really wanted to fill the space after the original guitarist left, but he refused. And the band had nothing nice to say about this guy. They said he was arrogant, they didn't like the way he looks, he thinks that he's hot shit. So it's funny because now, after I left, who did they eventually talk into joining the band? That guy.
That guy.
And it's just like,
bastards.
Dude, they don't even fucking like you. You know what I mean? Like, you might be on the same end of the political spectrum, but they do not like you. If you knew the shit that they said about you, you would not want to be in that band.
Sons of bitches.
Basically.
I love that kind of drama.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. I don't want to steal your show talking about this shit.
No, it's all right. No, we can move on. But I do enjoy, I enjoy band drama when it's not my band drama. And I haven't had too much band drama in a few years. But the last time it did happen, it was, not very fun. So, anyways, that's the way it goes. Best to try to avoid it. But sometimes when you're dealing with artists and different personalities, it's going to happen, right? So that's just the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny, too, because sometimes, I'm sure that as a musician, sometimes you write something that you yourself think, this is really good, this really means a lot to me. But then you'll pitch it out to other people, and they're like, no, I don't like it. And not only does that hurt, but then you start thinking, okay, you rejected that song, which I personally think is a really good song, but yet you're playing these, other songs that are complete garbage. Like, for instance, the keyboardist, she was a real big fan of the Moody Blues, and we used to cover I Know You're Out There Somewhere by the Moody Blues. And I don't know if you know that song, it's fucking 8 minutes. It's 8 minutes long, and it's extremely boring. We would do that song, and literally people in the audience would be fucking laughing at us. And it's just I'm forced by you guys to play this song, but that song that I wanted to play is a no. You run into those kind of things, and it's not a good feeling.
That just sounds like a band full of shitty egos.
Well, that's basically what it is, because especially, like I said, now that it's basically the team of Brian and Alicia, the married vegan couple, you're never ever going to win in an argument against those people. If it's between their opinion and your opinion, you're losing every single time.
Now, Roots mentioned that he got dropped from his label and erased for his support of Donald Trump in 2015, so that's an interesting thing there. He mentioned that before on the show here. But, Roots, he kind of, it's unfortunate. He's played some music that he made before, and it was pretty cool, man. Pretty good stuff. And Bo Clark says that's what every band is, egos. Not wrong, in a way.
I am with the guy at the guitar shop once in a while.
What's that?
I jam with the owner of the local guitar store once in a while.
Nice.
Hey, Pie Chris and I live 20 minutes from one another.
Oh wow, that's funny.
25 to a half an hour depending on traffic.
That's great. What was I gonna say? The lovely assistant put up a video. She just pointed. I'm gonna have to take a peek at what that is. I forget what. Roots was doing blues and hip hop.
Come down and hit up the guitar store by me.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say, Pikers. I saw one video, guys, of a guy playing guitar in the store. And he, someone else was playing as well, playing loud. And, he was a bass player playing the bass, and then some guitar players drowning him out. And the dirty looks, he was recording himself, and the dirty looks was just priceless that he was giving this other guy. I was loving it. But I wish there was more videos of that, of people kind of getting into, I don't know, I don't know what scuffles, but at the music store, we're playing over each other. Okay, nice. The lovely assistant sent a video that I'll play on the way out. In a few minutes. Let's see here. So yeah, B Smiley says he does many genre mixing. There you go. And Shouting at Clouds. He was in a band called Shouting at Plants, and he got kicked out. That's very funny. So look, you guys, if you guys have anything you want to send along in the future, I'm going to start up a little music festival in the next in a couple months for ourselves, just for fun. Feature all different people that do music. Chuck, if you would please, in the next couple of months, maybe send something along. I have no idea, original cover, whatever you want to do. Something.
I'm waiting to get my my bass back from getting it repaired.
Well, Pikers, there'll be it won't be anytime very soon. This is the first time I've mentioned it out loud, so you have lots of time, a couple months. I'll say by the end of the summer, to be end of the summer type of thing, we'll try for. Hey, Grandma Smith, good evening.
I would absolutely love to do that. I hope to start recording more original stuff too. But yeah, for anybody that knows me, I'm a stay-at-home dad and I have twins, so it's really basically everything I record has to be during their nap time. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so I've
that's
got
tricky.
like maybe about 3 hours a day to record stuff.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
What happened to my bass is that the circuit board for the active electronics took a shit.
Oops.
Like it's completely shot. So what the owner of the guitar shop, he's gonna rewire it a little bit, make it passive electronics, and add something to it that I don't know what he's adding to it, but he's gonna add something to it to fill the hole left by the knob that was there.
Yeah, I'm just getting into learning how to fix the innards of of my basses, or my bass, and I can solder a little bit together.
We've been talking a lot about our own personal stuff. I just want to draw attention to Irrational Times, and literally, no matter how many times I listen to Dick on Your Face, it still cracks me up every single time. I was playing it for my wife last night, and she was looking at me like I was insane, but I could not stop laughing. That is one of the funniest things I've ever heard. I really, really like that one, as ridiculous as it is.
You know what? Honestly, that song is very Zappa, and I love it.
I'm unironically, I'm proud and a little embarrassed about that song all at the same time, but more proud, much more proud. It's funny.
But
you should be proud, because the thing is that the people who aren't gonna like it,
they can put a dick in their face.
Yeah, exactly. You got it. You're 100% right. That's exactly it.
Yeah, fuck it.
Seriously, Irrational. That song is very, very much in the spirit of Zappa, and it's awesome.
Do you know one thing I must say about getting to know different people and getting reactions to my music over the last couple of years? It's funny how different songs resonate with different people, and it's just interesting to see that, and hear different people say, "Oh, I like this song or that song," and it's nice. I don't know. It's very it's been very rewarding, making music for people the last couple of years online.
But since this is music talk, right? If we talk about Frank Zappa's guitar playing, I mean,
yeah, he's one of the best. I mean, if you
one
want
of the best guitarists on the planet.
When you'd watch his hands while he was playing, he didn't use the same kind of I don't know what to say, the same kind of patterns, the same kind of shape that you see every other guitar player, even good ones, use.
And it's also cool because he used in a bunch of songs he used Middle Eastern scales too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%.
So I mean, he was a very diverse guitar player. He could pretty much play anything.
Yeah, I would say.
The only thing that I can say is that every single thing, Irrational Times, every single thing that I have contracted him to do for me, I have been extraordinarily pleased with. So, you people listening, you gotta tell your friends, you gotta tell your enemies, you gotta tell everybody to subscribe to Irrational Times and check out some of his stuff, because he is very, very, very talented.
Yeah,
And
Clipped.
you know, Irrational, he likes to he does a lot of other things like the game show and the trivia and all that other kind of stuff, but we all have to appreciate one of the main things that he's fantastic at, and that's at his musical ability, which I don't think he really features enough sometimes or talks about enough. But you all have to tell your friends, tell your enemies, subscribe to Irrational Times.
Damn right, Chuck.
Thank you. So I appreciate that, Chuck, so much. And do you know why that is? I don't talk about, because you guys just said it earlier, how bands are all egos. And I've been around my whole life, bands and musicians, and it is an ego-driven thing. And I don't want to be perceived like that as someone who's like too much of an egomaniac, you know, and that's the bottom line, you know, because I don't know, I've been around that. We're all like that to some extent, but musicians seem to have that personality trait.
Honestly, Irrational, you're a seriously talented keyboard player.
Oh, well, thank you very much. I need to get my. Do you know what?
Well,
I need to get my Wurlitzer fixed a little bit. There's some keys missing. I used to go to this shop. Not go to. I used to go to the shop called Vintage Vibe in New Jersey, and it was awesome. I have to go back to that website and order some more tines, some more keys from there.
Wait, Vintage Vibe
in Jersey.
Yeah, they used to have ads in Weird New Jersey magazine.
I bet they did.
Well, that's why, Irrational, if you're not going to talk about yourself and how talented you are, that's why you've got people like me and Irrational to tell everybody else how talented you are. Because I am an egomaniac, but I don't want to do that on your show. I want to bring attention to you and how talented you are, because it's what you deserve.
Oh.
Yeah, I completely agree with Chuck.
Well, thank you guys. The lovely assistant will be happy to have heard this all is going right to my head, and I'll be a pain in the ass to live with the next week or so. Appreciate that, guys. I'm just joking.
But Chuck, one of these days we should get together and jam something.
Yeah, we could talk about that privately. Let's not talk about that right now on Irrational Times Minute.
I like it though. I like it. But guys, we're gonna end the show though, and but thanks for hanging out though so much. And we're gonna go out with a song. I guess it's a song I actually recorded a long time ago, but the lovely assistant put it to a very special person dancing in a funny way. So it'll be a nice way to end the show.
Subscribe to Irrational Times, you weirdos.
I love it. So many good audio clips tonight. I'm gonna have to use these.
Please subscribe to our Canadian friend Irrational Times. This is this is North Jersey guy, Irrational Times. He's gonna go far in this world.
Thank you, Jersey guy. I appreciate it. Hey, you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Thanks, guys. You guys have a great evening there, and we'll be talking. We'll be talking,
and we'll be drinking water.
Okay, guys. Peace out.
Bye, everybody.
There we go. I think we're muted for now. Cool. We will. On that note, we'll be out of here. And thanks so much for hanging out, guys. Appreciate it. For all the lemons, I will open up the chest in 1 second as we go on the way out. Now, this is a brand new thing that the lovely assistant put together while she's away in her treatment there, putting her up in the hotel. You know, so all the best. She'll be back tomorrow. And on that note, I have no idea what she did. Here we go in a second, guys. I'm sorry, but I think I have to start this over again. Because, just because. Anyways, you guys have a great evening, and we'll see you tomorrow night all again.